Hey everybody, I hope you guys are having a really great day. Today is 4 in the morning and I'm still creating this video. And I'm very excited because this video, I want to be able to share how you can actually buy real estate with little to no money down. Actually, this is the most asked strategy for me. From my previous video, I did discuss a couple of strategies on how you can actually do or how you can actually earn money from real estate. And one of that are the long strategies like being able to buy fix and flip properties or being able to buy and then fix and hold properties, like doing it as a rental property. But really, not a lot of people would have a lot of money to be able to do that. So I'm sure that you guys wanted to know, is there any other way that I can do real estate without having money, or at least little money to get started? I'm not going to say no money, because at the end of the day, we need money, right? We need money to be able to run things, right? So today I want to be able to cover what's real estate wholesaling. Real estate wholesaling is just one of the most common strategy that is actually being used by most real estate investors, who I want to call them real estate wholesalers as well. And what they do is they actually look for motivated sellers, and they do, like the strategies, they do look for motivated sellers, acquires a contract, not really the property. They don't buy the property, but they do just acquire the contract from a seller of a property and assigns that same contract to an actual buyer. Okay, so there's actually four processes in doing real estate wholesaling. One is being able to find motivated seller. Guys, take note of the word motivated seller. Motivated seller means these are the people who actually want or need to sell the property fast. They wanted to get rid of it because they needed the money really quickly, or probably they just needed to get rid of the property fast because maybe they're out of state and they just couldn't manage the property anymore, or maybe they needed the money because they needed that for medical operations, or they're in a very difficult situation where they needed the money now. So when there is a need or want to sell the property without having to think about the market value, and that they can actually sacrifice the price, then that's when this strategy would be applicable, right? So again, this is the fastest way in real estate to earn, not a long-term strategy, but a really short one, because you just get in and out of a deal really quickly as a real estate investor. So we deal with paperwork instead of an actual property or house. Okay, so how does this work? I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen real quick so I can show you guys how this thing works. All right, so again, this process is, when a wholesaler actually try to locate a motivated seller. So this is our motivated seller right here on this photo, and the goal of the actual wholesaler. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a person here to act as our real estate investor or wholesaler. So this is the real estate investor. So again, the process is you look for a motivated seller that needs to sell the property fast. Normally, this is applicable when the property is ugly. Actually, that's one of the requirements. Normally, the property needs a lot of work, or sometimes really it doesn't really need a lot of work, but just because they needed the money fast. So like when they need the money fast, or they needed to get rid of the property fast, then that's when we call it motivated seller. So what this the wholesaler will do is that he will contact the seller, and they would try to explain that if they actually sell the property to the wholesaler, then they wouldn't have to spend money on paying agent commission, because really the wholesaler will be the one acting in behalf of the seller. And in this case, you don't have to even repair the property, meaning we will buy it as is cash. That's how it's going to work, right? So what's going to happen is we wanted to be able to have the seller agree on selling the property to us, like, or putting the property to us under contract for at least 40-60% at discount. So what's going to happen is this seller, if they agree on the price, if the market value of the property is 100,000, we want to be able to get it at $60,000, right? So now we were able to let the seller agree that, okay, I can sell this to you for $60,000, or to your buyers at $60,000. Now, the next thing that this wholesaler will do is that he's going to look for an end buyer who are normally a real estate investors that does flipping or buying and holding properties, and just because they're too busy to find their own deals, they do, they do use wholesalers to be able to help them find deals. So what happens is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign this contract to the end buyer or to the other investor that's now going to be the buyer, right? For at least $70,000. So like if that's $70,000, that means 70 less 60, I'm actually earning $10,000 from this transaction as a middleman, meaning introducing the seller to the buyer. So in this case, this person is now going to be the buyer. Again, remember, you didn't give this seller any money down. Instead, you just put the property under contract. Basically, you just tell them that you're marketing the property for them for free, right? And now what's going to happen is your buyer will buy the property. They go to the closing with the seller. They fund it with their own money, not your money. They're not your money. Normally the charges or the fees are between 5,000 all the way to $25,000, depending on the value of the property. So that's the value of the contract you get out of this transaction. So the key is being able to get a really good deal. So in short, you're acting more of just a middle person in this transaction. But the goal is you are able to connect a motivated seller to a person that's ready to buy the property to be able to close that contract. Yep, that's wholesaling or real estate wholesaling. If you do have any question, feel free to go ahead and comment down below. And please don't forget to subscribe on this video and even hit the bell icon to be updated on my next video. Have a great day. Bye.